Let's go, baby. Welcome to the Athletes and Assets podcast. I'm your host, Noah Lack, and I bring on elite athletes to chat about a business topic. Whether it's venture capital, retail, sales, crypto, your favorite athletes know a lot more about business than you think. But how would you know that from just watching mainstream media? You're going to learn a topic of business here, but you're also going to learn a lot about the athletes themselves. Tune in. Please like, subscribe, give us a follow, because we're bringing the heat. Let's get it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, for sure. I'm only going to get better.
Okay.
I'm only going to get better.
Okay.
I'm so confident in myself, Noah. I'm only going to get better. And I know that. I talk everything into existence because that's how I am.
So if you're a basketball coach or trainer looking to connect with new clients, U-Trade is here to help you manage your business and reach a wider audience. Best of all, it's completely free to use. Simply create a profile, list your services, post pins, and share your free booking website link. You can set your own rates and schedule, right? And use U-Trade to communicate with clients, manage appointments, handle refunds, collect payments automatically. I mean, why are you waiting? Join U-Train today for free and start reaching new clients. It's U-Train, U-T-R-A-I-N. Download today in the App Store and Google Play. Let's get it. Let's kick it off, man. This is another episode of the Athletes and Assets podcast. We get right to it like they do in New York, Rucker Park, because I'm with a New York legend, Truck Bryant, West Virginia Mountaineer, former professional basketball player, podcast host as well. Shout out to the podcast hosts out there in the world. Owner of Truck Bryant Cleaning Company. But Truck, let's skip the small talk. I would have thought that you would have started a trucking company, but you chose cleaning.
Honestly, that's not something that I won't do. It's just something I haven't got to yet.
Okay.
It's something I haven't got to yet. But honestly, the cleaning company has been going great. I have one in New York City. I have one in West Virginia, where I live at right now, actually. Shout out to West Virginia. And I also have one in Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to dive into this, man. I stopped you a little bit earlier, but I want you to let me know, when did it dawn on you that Truck, you're going to go from a professional basketball player to an entrepreneur?
When I woke up in Iran. I woke up in the country of Iran. It's called Iran, but we, as Americans, we call it Iran. And I loved the country. I loved playing basketball there. I had great teammates. I had great coaches. I had a great staff. But when I woke up and I was playing basketball in Iran, I was like, yeah, it's time to go. Once I woke up in Iran, I ran.
Did you even know you were signing to play in Iran?
I did, but I'm gonna tell you the funny shit is that I end up not playing the year before because I just didn't know if I wanted to play basketball no more. I loved it, but I didn't know. I have 2 young daughters. I was not trying to leave them for 7 months. Okay, a month. Okay, 2 months, the max. I'm not leaving for 7 months, and it was cool though. It was great people. It was better than I expected, to be real with you. Great people. And shout out to my coach, Reza. He was a great coach and just a great dude.
Yeah, but when you got in Iran, you ran.
When I got in Iran, I ran. I said, it's over. Basketball is done with.
Okay. Wow, man. And of all the things you could have done afterwards, right? Could have dabbled in real estate, could have gotten in the tech world, could have started that in the trucking space. How did you, Truck Bryant, get into the cleaning industry?
To be honest with you, so when I played in Italy, I had a teammate named Chris Roberts, and big time dude, by the way, big time dude. Shout out to Chris Roberts, big time dude. But what happened was he started sending me, this is why I was still playing. He started sending me receipts, the checks that he was getting. But he do cleaning, but he do carpet cleaning. And he started sending me checks. Oh, 300 here, 400 here, 6,000 here, 4,000 here. And I'm just like, oh shit. Maybe I need to, get into the cleaning business. But then I thought about COVID too. Everybody needs their stuff sanitized. I just start thinking of shit. My mind started just going.
Yeah.
Going. And then I got drunk one day. I'm gonna be honest. I got drunk one day and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I got an LLC, and I just went from there.
And you grabbed a mop, and the rest was history.
You know what's funny though? It's funny that you said that. I grabbed the mop because the first like 4 jobs, I helped the workers that I had. I only had like 2-3 workers, maybe 2. I had 2 workers. I had 2 employees. I did grab the mop and I helped them.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So, like, when you start a cleaning company, you know, is the strategy, okay, I have to hire cleaning people first, or I need to clean enough to where I make enough money to then go hire people to do it for me? Like what was your thought process there?
Honestly, so what I did, I started with my friends. I have a huge friend that's in West Virginia, like a huge entrepreneur.
He's not like physically big. He's a big.
No, yeah,
okay.
He's a big deal.
Okay.
And he owns 100. He got keys to 100 doors that he owns.
Wow.
I just saw a video on him the other day with a guy that's really big in real estate, which my friend is too. And my friend has $6 million in equity right now with his properties. And honestly, he been motivating me for a long time. If I was young, this is the thing that bothers me though, because when I was younger, I could have just gave him 20,000 while I was still playing basketball. When I was playing in Italy and I was playing in Greece, I could have just gave him that. I would have owned 4 buildings by now, you know. But you learn as you go, and I'm happy I know what I know now. So anybody who need help, I'm always going to talk to them about business and I don't know. It's been great though. It's been a lot though, because you don't know about taxes when you're starting and you don't have nobody to help you. So
yeah.
my boy been there. He been there and he's been helping me throughout the whole process. So it's been great for me.
Do you remember your first client? First day you made money as an entrepreneur?
I don't.
It's been a blur. Okay.
I don't. But to be honest with you, it might have been my friend. I think.
Okay.
Because it was actually a great question. I'm gonna tell you why. Because what I did was I started with my friends. That's how I got my business to where it is now. I'm 2 years in, 200,000. I have a $200,000 company in one place.
Nice.
You know, so
yeah.
I started with my friends. One of my friends owned a club. My other friend owned a club. My other boy owned a business. But these are just 2 different people, you know, but they still own a bunch of shit. And I started with him. And next thing you know, you charge him cheap. I started out cheap. I was like, look, man, we'll do this for $140. Mind you, it's a club. But it's a 1-floor club. It's just, it's a little spot.
Yeah.
Which should be $200 at least, $300, maybe $250 at least. But started with it's not even a club, it's a bar. So it's something called Fourth and Goal, which is so weird. I'm gonna tell you the full story because my boy, the one that's an entrepreneur, you need to get him on here. He'll do this for no problem. But
okay.
He started a taco truck. He had vending machines. That's where he started at. He's from Brooklyn, New York, like me, but he lives in West Virginia with me. And I knew him since I was a freshman and whatever. He was a worker at Fourth and Goal, a place called Fourth and Goal. So another guy owned it. He ended up buying Fourth and Goal. He owns the whole building. So I think I started with him. I want to say I'm almost 80%, 90% sure I started with him. Gave him my first job. We did it for cheap as hell. And then after that, I just went after my friends. I have a bunch of friends in West Virginia because I played basketball there. So I went after all of them. And then after that, that's when I took off.
Salute to you, Chuck, because it feels like what you did requires low ego. You saw during the pandemic that there was a need in the market for more cleaning. Usually when someone has a cleaning service, I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. Like usually you expect some nice cleaning ladies to come in with aprons. But I think people may have been surprised when they saw your ass walking with a mop and with your buddies. I mean, was it kind of like that, or like what was that like? That experience.
So that's why I always tell people, you got to humble yourself, right? And you got to think about this, what our mothers taught us, right? That's why our mothers always taught us, treat the CEO as the same respect as you would treat a janitor with. Because
Right.
look, now people probably looking at me like, yo, he used to clean. Bro, I own the company. I had to help clean to get started, you know?
Yeah.
And the worst part, and money is not everything. But you talking to somebody that got more money than you that you saying used to clean. You know?
Yeah.
I have one company, 2 years, $200,000. Like, and I'm just getting started. I don't even know. I still don't even know what I'm really doing yet. So once I really figure it out, it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah. 100%. And I mean, was there just was there around some drinks, was there like you ever get teased like, oh, truck is cleaning, whatever? Like, how did you deal with sort of that
No,
initial?
nope.
No.
That's a great question, but nope. I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why. I only cleaned twice ever, only twice, and that was just to help the two girls out that I had. I never really cleaned, but I helped out. I
Yeah.
helped out, but honestly, I wouldn't mind it because imagine today, right? I lose 5 workers, six employees. Let's say I lose 6 employees. I would do that shit myself. At least I get to keep the money.
Yeah, more money for you actually. If your worker is gone, you don't have to pay
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I once again, I have a lot of respect for that because I think early on you have to do a lot of egoless things as an entrepreneur, like things that don't scale, things that are like really scrappy and sweaty. There's no job that is above you, as an entrepreneur, and you figure that out super early, and it seems like it's paid off.
It's rough though. Because today's game or today's businesses, it's just hard to keep people. It's hard to keep people happy. You got to think about this, right? Somebody, of course, girls want a job desk. Girls want to work in a strip club. Girls want to. I like sending girls to people places. I don't like sending guys. I don't know if that sounds bad, but
No, I think that's it feels pretty standard for cleaning services to send mainly women,
yeah,
for sure,
because
for sure.
what guy want to hire a cleaning company? It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, here's truck coming in. Yeah, scoot over. I'm gonna clean your bathroom. Like,
yeah, like
let's be
no.
real. Like, come on. Yeah,
Like no, but I always keep a couple of guys, obviously, on staff too. But I mean, for the most part, it's girls. You know what I mean? So for example, only reason I said that is because, like, I have a sorority house in West Virginia. A guy can't
yeah.
go past the first floor, and it's 3 floors. I can't send him there.
No, not at all. Can't do that.
I'm losing money. What, he gonna do the first floor and then go home?
No. Yeah.
You know?
Incomplete job. That'd be an incomplete job.
Yeah, it's an incomplete job.
Yeah.
And I got a
You
frat
alluded,
house. I can send him to the frat house.
and I'm sure the fraternity brothers would prefer that.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
I think they'd rather
No.
see her than you. No disrespect to you.
No, that went over people's heads just now. Yeah, nobody. You think the frat brothers want to see a guy coming upstairs? No.
No. Not at all. Not at all. You alluded to it a second ago, but when you talk about turnover, will you say you were trying to? You're trying to convince some of your cleaning ladies to not go into the other professions, like you said, strippers or somewhere else, or like other adjacent, like not adjacent, but different professions. Is that something you struggled with as terms of retaining employees?
No, it's not that. I think my biggest
Okay.
issue is that I have part-time jobs because I'm still just getting started. It's only I'm not even. I'm almost 2 years in. So
Okay.
so for me, I don't know. Just keeping them. I don't, it's hard for me. It's also hard for me to hire people because I don't want to take away from nobody else's hours. But when you start making a bunch of excuses, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. When we have jobs, now it's a problem. I have to hire people. I
Yeah.
want to keep my people happy, though. I love to keep my people happy because that's how you keep people.
And what are some ways that you try to keep your employees happy, or the people, the cleaners happy?
I mean, Christmas, they get a gift card. You know what I mean? At least a
You,
couple of people to where they could buy a gift for their family. Like, you know what I mean? Like an actual gift. Like,
Amazon or Best Buy? What you giving them?
I don't know yet. I haven't made my mind up though, but I need to make it up because it's coming up.
It's coming soon. It's coming soon, and your decision may have an impact on how many employees you have come January.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, yeah. So your cleaning service based in Morgantown, Miami, correct?
Yep.
Are those the two hubs?
Those are my two hubs. Like, I have a cleaning company in New York, but honestly, it's a difference if I still, like, I go see my mother in New York, but that's it. Like, I'm born and raised in New York, Brooklyn, New York, but I don't go back no more. But I'm honestly, I'm trying to get rid. I don't want that cleaning company anymore. I just want to focus on Morgantown and Miami.
Yeah. Okay. And is there a difference between Morgantown and Miami in terms of, like, you mentioned in Morgantown, it's probably you're doing a lot of West Virginia stuff, so it's college vibes. But Miami, like, it's probably a whole bunch of things. Like, what are the different places that you guys have to keep it real?
The sad part is I only got a cleaning company in Miami because I love to go to Miami. Like, I love it. I love it.
Hey, good excuse to be in Miami.
Yeah, that's the only thing it did was giving me an excuse. But now I'm happy you said that. Now I just got a big contract in Miami, so
okay,
I'll be here a lot more, just checking on the jobs. You know what I mean? At least
just checking in.
At least to get at least to get them started. At least to get them started. Like I'll be here for the first month for sure. And I'm gonna check it every job and make sure everything is good for at least for the first month and a half.
I'm really impressed how you've learned on the fly, and like also this was an idea. This was sparked through your basketball career because you said your teammate in Italy was making money through this. What has been the biggest surprise to you about entrepreneurship? In the cleaning industry that you weren't aware of before you signed up?
Taxes. Oh my, taxes. Taxes.
Crazy.
It's still kicking my ass because I'm still learning. You know what I mean? But I'm learning a lot faster now once I saw how much I owe in taxes.
Okay. Are we getting a tax accountant for that, or how is that being? How does that
I
being
spoke to my
addressed?
accountant about it already. We'll be fine. It's just I didn't know, and that's something that I want to help the youth with is to figure out taxes and credit and stuff like that. Credit that people don't realize. Like, I'm from the hood. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Like, really from the hood, and I wasn't taught that growing up.
No.
And I had a great support system, like my mother, my stepfather, like, you know what I mean? But I still wasn't taught credit and taxes and all of that. Like, but I mean, I learned by myself. I taught myself. It's okay,
Yeah.
But I'd rather people not have to teach themselves because sometimes you could be in a hole for real.
Yeah. And in Truck, I was telling you, I was like, man, Truck Bryant, Russ Smith, what's good? What's going on with these New York-based guards who are starting their own company? And you're like, actually, no, you're wrong. Quite the opposite. You got some stuff to get off your chest in terms of Hooper meets entrepreneur. Can you talk to me a little bit about what's on your mind?
I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I need to get some stuff off my chest when you ask me that is because I don't like once you play basketball players in New York, that's what they know. Basketball. Only basketball. No, it's not just only basketball, bro. Like, I done seen so many people struggle because they went from basketball to like now they work in a McDonald's, a desk job. And there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're working, but that could be avoided. That can be avoided. And it makes me mad. It makes me mad. Like, certain people I understand, but when you're making $20,000-$30,000 a month, and now all of a sudden you don't have no money when you're done with basketball, that's a problem for me because I don't want nobody that's younger than me to have to learn the hard way. That's learning the hard way. Now, granted,
Yeah.
some of the people I know, they from the hood like me, but I, it's tough to put it like this. But the only thing they know is basketball. I don't want them to just know basketball. Now, will they listen to me? Probably, probably not. But still, like, if you just know basketball, how much are you going to get done in life? If you just know basketball, just basketball, 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 basketball. Now you don't get a college coaching job when you're done and retired. Now you working at a high school, you working, and I'm not saying it's not good money. I'm just saying
I'm
this
with
could
you.
have been avoided. You making 20, 30,000 dollars a month.
I always say, like, being a coach or a trainer is an admirable profession if you choose to do so. If that is like your calling, not as like a default, like a fallback plan. And I think, like, to your point, there's so many talented hoopers out there that can use their talents and can translate it into, so much more. I wrote a blog recently where I did my best to polarize athletes in like two categories that I see them slip in. One I call the Joel Damon archetype, and the second one is the Johnny Unitas, and I'll explain what I mean by that. I think a lot of athletes after that I'm blank fall into the Joel Damon archetype where, they feel like they underachieve in business. They don't really pursue and have a greater ambition for themselves outside of the sport that they played. And as a result, they sort of get in this rut where it's hard for them to find different streams of income. And then you have like the Johnny Unitas category where there's like a huge group of athletes out there who jump in, start their own companies. There's a bunch of marketing and hype around it because the athlete's famous. But what they fail to do because of their overconfidence is skip steps like product, sales, strategy, operations, accounting. And then when they fall flat on their face, there's a lot of high profile news about, X athlete has this investment that flopped, et cetera. And then they lose a shit ton of money. And, my message to that is like, in these two ends of the spectrum, I like to see more athletes in the middle. And I think you're a great example of that because you have the confidence, you have your cleaning company, but you have the humility to realize, one, I need to grab the fucking broom myself, and two, Uncle Sam's a motherfucker and I need like help. Like that, like, and I think that comes back to debate athletes who don't take that seriously enough.
It's true, but the reality of things is that the basketball stops bouncing at some point, regardless who you are. It stops bouncing at some point. And people never understood what I was doing, and I'm gonna tell you because I never said this on a podcast ever before. But the cleaning companies was just to get me started in real estate. Now I'm about to get started in real estate. The cleaning companies was supposed to bring money, but I didn't realize how much a cleaning company could bring. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay, talk that talk. Yeah.
so now it's like, damn, I could do this for real. I could, like, my confidence is through the roof now because I'm like, damn, I did $200,000 in like the first year and a half, 2 years with a cleaning company. What the sky's the limit. As
Yeah.
long, but the thing with a cleaning company is that say we fuck up on a job. My people go
Okay.
back and fix it for free, and they don't get paid because I didn't fuck up. You fucked up.
Right.
And
Right.
that's why I do business the way I do it because they paying us to do a job. You don't get paid if you mess up. Like they have to get paid regardless. But I'm saying you don't get paid extra when you mess up. No, go fix the job that you messed up. For free. We got to keep our customers happy, and I think that's another reason why I'm probably doing a okay job is because we keep our customers happy.
So if I were to channel my like inner Coach Prime right now, the cleaning company's the appetizer, but you're about to show them the whole meal once you get into real estate.
Oh, no joke, no joke. I'm focused, and I always fuck around, and people never know what I'm talking about. I'd be like, I post a Drake bar on my Instagram, like just as famous as my mentor, but he's still a boss. Don't get sent for. But it's not even about that. It's just me. like in my head. Nobody need to know what I'm talking about. It's just me kind of talking to myself to hype myself up because my friend owns 100 doors. 100 doors. Like he owns at least 13 buildings. And he owns 100 doors. That's what I want to get to in real estate. Like I want to get further, but that's a start. That's a huge start.
That's a ginormous start. I'd be happy if I had 5 doors. I'm lucky to have 1 door. I'm like, getting my own door. I'm blessed to have 1 door.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, that's awesome. And just so people know, you're in the podcast game yourself. Can you kind of speak to that as well and your podcast and what you like to talk about on your show? Because I want to plug that as well.
So it's so weird. My podcast is called The Truck Bryant Show, but during the pandemic, I went live all the time. Some people was able to record some episodes, but I do my episodes on the phone, so it's weird. And for my podcast, I think that's because you asked me earlier. I think that's the problem. I don't really care about my podcast. I should take it a lot more serious because it brought me a lot of money. But
you're good at it. You're really good at this stuff, man.
I'm good at it. Yeah. That's the thing. I didn't plan to be good at this. You know what I mean? But then when you think about it, I'm on Instagram Live, and then Kyrie Irving comes on. Then Kevin Durant comes on.
I saw you and KD turned for your birthday.
Yeah,
glasses on, indoors.
Yeah, but it's like what the fuck is going on? I didn't even. And then John Wall is there, and then Steven Jackson is there. Then Matt Barnes is there. Then it's
5.
And then it's like, what the hell is going on? Damn. Okay, this is the spot to be.
But did you have a relationship with them before you started the podcast? Like, did you know them from the hoop circles, or they're like, all right, I know Truck's a hooper, but like his content is great, it's organic. Like, let me hop on there.
I think that's what it was. It was just that my content is great and my content is organic. And honestly, I'm from New York. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm a superstar.
Okay.
You know? No, I'm talking about NBA guys. Brooklyn.
Stand up.
They have way more money than me, but my thing was, I'm a fucking superstar, bro. I'm not one of those that be like, oh, this person. I don't care. You gonna come in here and talk, and we just gonna talk basketball. That's it.
I mean, those guys are great, but on the live stream, I think people are there for you, actually.
Because they know I'll be fucking off. I just be joking around all the time, though, you know? It's hilarious. I get a kick out of it, though. That's what's crazy. I actually enjoy it.
It's a lot of fun when the conversation's great and the guest is like it is a lot of fun.
Hey,
it's a lot of fun.
This is what you got to realize with me. This is what I told you before we even started. With me, this shit first take. I'm just real.
First take, Jake. Yeah, right.
It's like you ask me some shit, you gonna hear the real truth.
What do you think? I want to get your take on some other stuff because I feel like you have some great opinions. What is your take on all these athletes starting their own podcasts, sort of their own media channels, helping them or hurting them?
Honestly, I think it's helping them because, you know, some of them, most of them, I'm not going to say some of them, most of them. So Pat McAfee, he went to my school. Look at him. He has a show on ESPN. That is fucking major. Shout out to Pat McAfee.
Pat's killing it.
Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, they famous already. They've been famous for years, since we was kids. That's helping them.
Oh, yeah. I was actually more so talking about for the active athletes, you know.
So Pat Bev, it's helping him. He got a lane when he done with basketball. Evan Turner, that's my brother. He done with basketball. He has a lane. Now he gets paid to talk.
Yeah.
I think podcasts help people tremendously because people want to hear people's stories, and you want to hear. They'd rather hear from a fucking NBA player than us. You know?
No doubt. What about the ones you said? Like, is there anyone that you've seen? It's like, well, they're doing more harm than good.
I don't know because I don't really pay attention to. Honestly, it's so weird that I have a podcast. I never listened to a podcast before mine ever.
Yeah. No, for
I,
and I feel like I'm kind of the same way. I mean, I do watch a lot. Like I'll watch Paul George's podcast. I think Paul George does a really good job. But I'm locked into I live under a rock sometimes, man. I'm just worried about if
that's
my
like
shit
me.
is
That's
good.
like me. You asked me about it earlier, and I'm just like, bro. Honestly, I enjoy doing them, but I don't be feeling like doing them.
It's weird. It's
It
weird
is.
how that works. It's weird how that works. So we talked a little bit about the athlete to entrepreneurial track. What are some things that you wish more athletes would do earlier on to get to carve out their own lane? Because not every athlete's going to be able to do media like Pat Bev.
Yeah.
How would you if you go back to Brooklyn and you go back to your high school and you're talking to those athletes, like what are you telling them to get them sort of ready for the next phase of their life without sort of disrespecting the fact that they probably have hoop dreams just like we all did?
Honestly, I just think whatever makes them happy. Whatever makes them happy. If something makes you really happy, if it's coaching that makes you happy, if it's for example cleaning companies, if it's making liquor like Russ Smith. Shout out to Russ Smith. I love Russ. That's my little brother. And
Oh, have you had Mr. and Mrs. Bourbon? Have you had some of the
course,
bourbon?
I've had a bottle delivered straight to the house with a note on the back from Russ Smith. That's my brother. I love him to death, and I'm really good people like with his family. So we went to middle school together, so that's a different story. But honestly, whether it's imagine this, somebody making cleaning products. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, anything that makes
Yeah.
somebody happy, I think they should do it. But for athletes, I feel like if you play basketball, football, baseball, whatever you play, once an athlete is good at something and they locked into that, they just need to bring the same thing to the business world.
No doubt. And it looks like you've done it yourself. Plans for expansion for Truck Bryant Cleaning Crew, or are we going to stay in Morgantown or Miami?
Morgantown and Miami. I'm done with cleaning companies. My next stop is to buy properties. I'm about to start buying a bunch of properties. Remember I told you that's what it was really for. And,
That's the goal. Yeah. The North Star.
As an entrepreneur, I was just getting started. I still am just getting started, but it's starting to come in. Everything is starting to come into reality now. Like, damn, I can buy properties off the cleaning company. It's crazy to me.
Truck, would you in the future, would you envision coming back on the pod with a physical in-person episode as a guest co-host to talk about entrepreneurial stuff in the future?
Oh, for sure. I'm only gonna get better.
Okay.
I'm only gonna get better.
Okay.
I'm so confident in myself, Noah. I'm only gonna get better, and I know that. I talk everything into existence because that's how I am.
Okay. Absolutely, man. Well, this has been a blast with my guy, Truck Bryant, NCAA, West Virginia legend, former professional basketball player, who is like, you know what? This cleaning company, entrepreneurial stuff is so easy. Let me get into real estate. Truck, pleasure. Thank you so much for joining the podcast, man.
Yo, Noah, I appreciate you, man. Tell my boy I said what up, man. The producer, man. That's my boy now.
he's on the producer stream, so he heard that. So he has plenty of things to cut out, and I can't wait for him to get to work.
Hey, just the phone calls. I didn't know somebody was gonna fucking call me, man. Yeah.